Okay, dividing by 2. Dividing by 2, we basically look for even numbers. 4 is an even number, so half of 4 is 2. 6 is an even number, half of 6 is 3. Half of 8 is 4, because it's an even number, and it's half. Once again, dividing by 2, you look for even numbers. 4 is even, so that's 2. 8 is even, so that's 4. 0 is even, and half of 0 is 0. Half of 4 is 2. Now, what happens when you don't have even numbers? Now, here we have 4, half of 4 is 2. 9 is not an even number, so what we do is we borrow 1 from the 9 to make it 8. So now it's 8, and the 1 that we borrow goes here, the number behind it, so this goes from 8 to 18. Again, you borrow 1 from 9, it becomes an even number, and then the 1 goes to the number behind it. So half of 8 is 4, half of 18 is 9, and that's half. Let's do it again. Okay, half of 4 is 2, half of 8 is 4. 7 is not an even number, so we borrow 1. That makes it 6, and the 1 goes here. This becomes 14. And now we take half. Half of 6 is 3. Half of 14 is 7. Okay, here half of 4 is 2. 5 is not an even number, so we borrow 1 from it. It becomes a 4. The 1 that we borrow goes to the 3. It becomes a 13. Now 13 is not an odd number, so we borrow 1 from it. It becomes 12, and the 1 goes here with the 4, and that becomes a 14. So half of 4, that's an even number, is 2. Half of 12, that's an even number. Got to cancel that out. That's a 6. Half of 14 is a 7. That's half. Okay. Next, we cannot take half of 3, so we're going to borrow 1. It becomes a 2, and the 1 that we borrow goes back here with the 2 and get a 12 instead of a 2. And here, 1 is odd, so you can't take, it has to be an even number, so you take 1 from it, it becomes 0, and the 1 goes back here to 4, so you get a 14. So now half of 2 is 1, half of 12 is 6, half of 0 is 0, half of 14 is 7. Okay, next. We have, starting with 1, 1 is not an odd number, so we'll subtract from there. It becomes 0, and the 1 goes back with the 4, and now you get 14. And we cannot take half of 1, that's an odd number, so we subtract 1 from it. It becomes 0. The 1 here adds to the 2, so you get a 12. And now half of 0 is 0, half of 14 is 7, half of 0 is 0, half of 12 is 6.